Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Rebel Racing Network and the National Outlaw Racing Association ARCA Series. I'm your commentator tonight, Austin Householder, and we are coming to you live from Michigan Motor Speedway, a 2-mile oval located in Brooklyn, Michigan, where these drivers will compete for 100 laps to decide who is going to be the champion. That is right, it is the season finale here. And a quick update on your drivers running for the championship tonight. 4 drivers have made it. Jordan Stencil leading the pack, 2,364 points. Jackson Sibley, though, in second with 2,356 points. Seth LaCroix currently running third with 2,340 points. And Sean Merriman, your defending champion, sits in fourth with 2,333 points. So we have got a tight race here to decide who's going to be the champion. And currently, Seth LaCroix is sitting atop of our leaderboard for practice with a time of 38.326, 2/100ths of a second faster than the 27 of Landon Price there. But Sean Merriman is sitting back there in fourth with a best time of 38.47. Sean Merriman, he may not be the fastest car out on the track, but he is the one who figures out the pit strategies to put him in a position to win almost every race. And speaking of pit strategy, we're going to go over the rules for tonight's event. These drivers have three sets of tires to get this one done, 65% fuel, and 1 quick repair. So with that, the pit window looking to be about 25 laps. Ooh, the 88 of, I believe that was Tanner Witt going through the infield and nailing the wall for pit road there. But back to what I was saying, 25 laps, and these drivers will need to pit for fuel. Now, that can be affected by how much they can save. The draft will have an effect on these cars here tonight. Not quite as much as the draft at Daytona or Talladega, but still a huge factor. I was speaking to a couple drivers earlier on here, and they said it takes a lot of time to set up the pass here. And Joseph Benson in the chat asking if best finish wins it all. Correct. I am not 100% sure on that, Joseph. I do believe they are taking points into account here. We're just going to have to wait and see. But I will try and get you some confirmation on that as the night goes on. And it currently looks we have over 22 drivers registered for this one tonight. So a large field out here. That could also lay into account or take an effect on this championship. Our second place driver, Landon Price, not someone that we've seen throughout the season, that 27 Doughboy Chevrolet. But he has laid down some fast times. But looking at his iRacing license, he currently only has a D license, so it seems like he's a new driver to the service. Be something to keep an eye on here tonight. And Mike kind of drives over on YouTube. First time I've seen Mike in the chat here. Welcome to the stream, Mike. And it is going to be a fun one tonight. Definitely going to be exciting. All right, and it looks like practice has finished up. We're going to go ahead and get started with qualifying. We're going to keep an eye on our 4 championship drivers here. Mike's saying he's only been gone for an hour and he's already lost his number. That is pretty unfortunate there, Mike. So currently looking at the 29 of Seth LaCroix pulling on the track for his qualifying run. Jordan Stencil also on track, starting his, once again, Jordan Stencil, our points leader right now. Seth LaCroix in third. We're going to see if LaCroix can carry over that speed from practice into the qualifying run. And it is a hot one here. Maybe not outside at Michigan, but on the track, that track temperature is sitting at a whopping 97 degrees. A little bit warmer than we've seen in the previous races. So going to be a little bit slick out there for these drivers tonight. But the outside air temperature is 74 degrees, and we have partly cloudy skies. And not predicted to get any more shade, so that track temperature should be staying up there. And Seth LaCroix going to cross the line there. Going to have to take second. We're going to move over to Jordan Stencil and watch his second lap qualifying. Jackson Sibley also taking the track for his qualifying run. Still waiting on Sean Merriman to enter the track. And Jordan Stencil doubling down with a time even faster than this first one. 38.52. LaCroix, 38.555. And we're going to move over, check in with that 7 of Jackson Sibley. He's currently sitting second in points. Jackson Sibley riding the high of winning last week at Chicagoland. Not the qualifying run he was looking for, though. He's currently sitting in 13th after that run. And our last championship driver has made his way on track. And he is our defending champion, that 18 of Sean Merriman, looking for a quick time here. And I am a little bit curious to know Sean Merriman's strategy for this one. That draft being important, that big incident can come out at any time here tonight with the draft. So is he going to try and hang around in the back and use the pit strategy to find himself up front at the end of this one, or is he just going to go for it? Not the time Merriman was looking for on his first lap, 39.1. He's got some ground to make up here on the second one. But we are out of time to watch qualifying. We are going to head down trackside for our opening ceremonies presented by URA Flyovers. At this time, please stand as you are able, remove your hats, place your hand over your heart, and veterans render a hand salute as the United States Marine Corps Band performs our national anthem. All right, and we are back, folks. Drivers are making their way to the starting grid now, and we're going to take a live look at your official starting grid. Starting on the pole, driving the number 83 car will be Jordan Stencil. Seth LaCroix will roll off second in the 29 machine. Jonathan Wiley starting third, driving the number 1. In fourth place, we have Alan Martin driving the number 15. Preston Shepard will roll off fifth in the 52. Tanner Witt in sixth, driving the number 88. Cody Sanderson will start seventh, driving the number 49. Cameron Cresson will roll off eighth in the 81. Omar Rodriguez Jr. will start ninth, driving the number 92. Landon Price, making his NORA debut here, will start 10th in the 27. Travis Neiman will roll off 11th, driving the number 20. Connor Price will start 12th, driving the number 48. Travis Neiman will be rolling off 11th in the 20 car. Correction there. Connor Price will roll off 12th in the 48. Hunter Geyer starting 13th, driving the number 17. In 14th will be Jackson Sidley driving the number 7. Chris Jones will start 15th in the 6. Stephen Linger in 16th driving the number 91. Alex Finney will roll off 17th in the 80. Sean Merriman will start 18th driving the number 18. Craig Peterson will roll off 19th driving the number 53. In 20th will be Ethan Straub driving the 13. 21st is Terrell Wheeler driving the number 43. And Ryan Mack will roll off 22nd driving the number 12. And the pace car is off. We're getting ready to go green here, folks. Green flag is out, and we are off and running. Side by side as they go down to turn 1. Seth LaCroix there on the outside trying to get out to a lead. He needs a win here to take the championship. Probably going to need some bonus points, too. Keep an eye on this battle for the lead early on. Oh, trouble behind him. Looks like, I am sorry, Brittany, but it does look like Cameron Cresson caught up in that. Jackson Sibley as well as Omar Rodriguez Jr. But Seth LaCroix will be the leader of the first lap here tonight. So a good start for that 29 car. He needs all the points he can get. We'll go back, take a look, see what happened here. Looks like Omar Rodriguez Jr. just got turned there by the 81 of Cameron Cresson, or he came up on Cameron Cresson. And Brittany's saying it's a lot less stressful when he wrecks here rather than real life. I understand that, Brittany. Try and find a... Oh, there it goes. The 49 looks like he got into that 92 of Omar Rodriguez Jr. and just pushed him up the track into the 81 of Cameron Cresson. And check it in and see what happened here with Jackson Sibley. He was kind of there in the back. So we're going to keep an eye on Cody Sanderson as here. And this is from the initial start there. Omar Rodriguez Jr. going high. Yep, and it looks like Cody Sanderson just moving up the track and getting into that 92 car. So we are under caution early, and we are going to take a quick commercial break.
From the track to the tech, Creative Castle keeps your code running as clean as your laps. We test real-world devices and digital platforms so your next release won't crash in turn 1. At Creative Castle, we elevate your software with expert quality assurance and cross-platform testing. Whether it's native apps or networked hardware, we deliver precision-tested performance at scale. Behind every smooth app and smart device is a quiet castle. Creative Castle. We're the quality wizards and test knights who battle bugs and break bad code before it breaks your product. Creative Castle. Quality at full throttle. Your quest for quality ends here.
All right, and we are back, folks, and the Cameron Croissant fans finding the chat here tonight. Mark rooting for Cameron, as well as Morgan Rogers rooting for Cameron, Alex, and Tanner. And we have been given the 1-to-go signal from NORA. Lights on the pace truck are out. Seth LaCroix will be in charge of this restart. Jordan Stencil restarting second. Jonathan Wiley third. Alan Martin will roll off fourth. Tanner Witt restarting in fifth. Preston Shepard will restart sixth. Cody Sanderson at seventh. Travis Neiman will restart eighth. Landon Price in ninth. And Terrell Wheeler rounding out your top 10. And Nubbin entering the chat rooting for Terrell Wheeler tonight. Glad to have y'all here. And the pace truck is off. We're going to try this again, folks. Terrell Wheeler entering the restart zone. Green flag is out. We are back underway. Terrell Wheeler getting the jump there. He's going to take over that lead. Or I'm sorry, Seth LaCroix getting the jump there. He will take over the lead. Right where he needs to be if he wants a shot at this championship. And Joseph, just going back to your earlier question here, the championship is based on points. And Morgan's saying that they are taking away from their TikTok time, that Alex needs to get out of the pits. Unfortunately, Alex Finney right now, he was being shown as out, but he is back on track now. And Jordan Stencil going to take over the lead from Seth LaCroix here. So Alex Finney now 4 laps down. Looks like he may have had a connection issue. So we're staying glued to this battle for the lead. Seth LaCroix is giving it up. He's going to need to get back there. And it's not going to help LaCroix's case here that Jordan Stencil took the pole and got the bonus points for that. So Seth LaCroix needs to get up there. And LaCroix back to the inside of Jordan Stencil. I do believe that was the one of Jonathan Wiley back there making some contact with that outside wall. So LaCroix going back to the lead, but look who's made their way up to the front. Cody Sanderson gaining 4 positions in that 49 car. That could become a factor here. We got to stay glued right here to Sanderson and LaCroix. These two just plain don't like each other. LaCroix going back to that inside of Jordan Stencil. He's going to clear him there. Jordan Stencil, though, looking to get another run here. Not quite there just yet. LaCroix will lead that lap. And Sanderson entering the chat. He's all over LaCroix's back bumper there. Sanderson actually pushing LaCroix out there. So LaCroix gets some help from an unexpected ally here. Sanderson going to push LaCroix to the lead. And if you guys remember the last race of the regular season, Sanderson got into the rear of LaCroix and absolutely wrecked him to try and win the race. So they had some heated exchanges in the Discord, but they are working well together for the time being. LaCroix going to let Sanderson go by now. So we're starting to see a couple of different packs developing here. Looks like we have about the top 10 there in the first pack, and then a lot of drivers just kind of hanging back. One of those drivers hanging back is the 7 of Jackson Sibley. He was caught up in that first incident. Not sure if he had to burn a quick repair quite yet. But we did see him on pit road on lap 3, so maybe taking some fuel. But he's got to be careful here. He is another top 4 driver. We head back to the front of the pack. We're Seth LaCroix looking to get to the inside of Sanderson. Not quite going to do it. Another driver on the move. The driver, that number 17, Bird Raps Rebel Racing Network Ford Mustang, Hunter Geyer, up 9 positions to 4th here. An update on Jordan Stencil. Since he's lost the lead, he has dropped back to 7th. Not what he needs to do here. It's got to be a little bit nerve-wracking being stuck in that pack for Jordan Stencil. All drivers still on track, and he by no means has this championship locked up. If he were to get involved in an incident, especially early on here, that could knock him out of that championship position. And checking in with our other championship driver and our defending champion, Sean Merriman, currently sitting back there in 19th. And we caught the beginning of his qualifying run, but towards the end, it sounded like, some reports said that he's just kind of quit on his qualifying lap. So it seems that he has elected to stay in the back of the pack, trying to avoid any mayhem that might come his way. We've got our first green flag pit stop. Connor Price in that 48 pulling down pit road. He's going to fall a lap down here. And Hunter Geyer getting by Jonathan Wiley for 3rd. Wiley going to battle back on the inside. It looks like Hunter Geyer is there to stay for now. Yes, Joseph, I'm sorry. I thought I covered that. It is going to be based on points. So points will have a big effect on the championship decision here. Right now, Seth LaCroix sitting in a pretty good spot in second. Jordan Stencil, we saw him drop into the back of the pack, but he is moving back up now. Cody Sanders is still our leader. Seth LaCroix dropping back to fourth. Jordan Stencil getting back up there. Here comes LaCroix charging hard on that low line. Oh, Terrell Wheeler looks like he threw a block there on Jonathan Wiley. Jonathan Wiley had to adjust there. Some action back in the pack. Now 21 laps in that pit window, closing in fast. Before they get to the pit stop window, we're going to take a quick commercial break, guys. All right, and we are back. Cody Sanderson still in control of this one. Jordan Stencil battling for second with Hunter Geyer. With pit stops quickly approaching, looks like they may be green flag pit stops here. Everyone's got to be thinking about what are they going to do to get on and off pit road as quickly as possible. Checking back in with that 18 of Sean Merriman as well. Keep an eye on him as that pit window approaches. Always an interesting pit strategy with this 18 car, and it tends to pay off. Alan Martin in the 15, making his way up to the front now. He's gotten around Seth LaCroix, trying to battle with Tanner Witt. for that 4th position. And now Jordan Stencil going to take that 2nd place position away from Hunter Geyer. And it is time for a Creative Castle. Crank it up. All right, and we are back, folks. While we were waiting for that crank it up, Jordan Stencil takes the lead back over. Seth LaCroix goes to 2nd. Cody Sanderson, Jonathan Wiley coming out pit road early on here. Sanderson, not having the advantage of the draft, has had to keep his foot to the floor this whole time. Has burned up that fuel rather quickly. His teammate Jonathan Wiley going to go with him, though. So Stencil takes over the lead. But he's going to come down pit road here, as well as Seth LaCroix. Omar Rodriguez Jr., you saw him on the outside. He's staying out. He was a lap down. We're going to see who's going to win the race off pit road between these two. Pit stops underway. Looks like most of the field pitting. Alan Martin, Shaw Merriman, Craig Peterson, and Cameron Cresson staying out. Jordan Stencil going to beat Seth LaCroix off of pit road. So now the big question is, what is this 18's pit strategy? He is still out there running first for the time being. Looks like he wants to stretch this run out as long as possible. Alan Martin, Cameron Cresson on pit road now. Alan Martin now coming off. Craig Peterson going to bring that 53 Bird Wraps car down pit road. Sean Merriman still out all by his lonesome there. 31 seconds in front of Jordan Stencil. And we saw him hanging around in the back of the pack. So it looks like maybe some fuel saving strategy going on for that 18 car. And he is going to have to pull down here on lap 30. So Jordan Stencil going to retake the lead. Seth LaCroix in tow. Omar Rodriguez Jr., though, early pit. He comes out in 4th, so looks like he was the real winner on pit road this time. Taking a live look at the pits. Pit strategy, Omar Rodriguez Jr. last pitted on lap 15. So an interesting strategy out of that 92 car here tonight. A development up front. Seth LaCroix now going to the lead, getting by Jordan Stencil in that 83 car. So Jordan Stencil staying up tight to that 29 of Seth LaCroix. He wants that lead back. We're going to go back, check back in the pack. There is a pack forming, trying to get together, get a draft going, trying to make up some time on these two leaders. LaCroix and Stencil have a 2.5 lead over everyone else. We go back, check in with these guys up front. You can see the distance they have between the rest of the pack there. Checking in with Omar Rodriguez Jr. It looks like he is going to have to pit within the next, I believe it's 5 laps for him. And we're seeing Jordan Stencil just hanging behind Seth LaCroix in that 29 car. It is 3 bonus points for leading the most laps right now without all that pressure from behind. Seth LaCroix is sitting in a pretty good spot to lock down those bonus points. It is incredibly hard to pass here in the ARCA car with this aero package. Especially when you get out there by yourself, and don't have the draft from all the other cars around you affecting you. It can take about 3 laps, according to Seth LaCroix, to set up a pass. And you've got to be perfect here. Here goes Jordan Stencil looking to the inside. And it looks like he may have timed it right. I think Jordan Stencil led that lap by 1/1000th of a second. So Stencil still trying that outside, trying to get the lead back. Seth LaCroix going to lead that lap. So not able to complete the pass, and them running side by side has allowed Hunter Geyer in that 17 to catch back up. Geyer going to try to the high side. Don't think he's going to have the momentum to do it, though. And just a live look here. Jordan Stencil has led 8 laps so far. Seth LaCroix, 13 laps. Cody Sanderson leading 15 laps. Cody Sanderson looking to make his way back to the front here. And here he comes, Cody Sanderson getting by Jordan Stencil. Jordan Stencil backing off just a little bit. And here comes that 7 of Jackson Sibley. He's currently second in points. Keep your eye on that 7. He's got a very good shot at taking away a championship here tonight, especially if he can lock up another win. He is riding the momentum after his win last week at Chicagoland. And his teammate Hunter Geyer are going to go to the lead here. LaCroix's in the outside wall. That might have been a costly mistake for LaCroix. He's going to drop back to 4th. Cody Sanderson taking over 3rd place. So LaCroix and Stencil, it appears they may have burned up their tires racing each other. Hunter Geyer in that Rebel Racing Network Ford Mustang leading the race, though. Geyer, not a championship driver, but his teammate back there in the 7 is a championship driver. If they can find a way to be up front at the end of all this, I wouldn't be surprised if we see Hunter Geyer making some moves to let Jackson Sibley take home the win and maybe steal a championship. Only 8 points separating Jackson Sibley from Jordan Stencil. Geyer in the outside wall now. Cody Sanderson getting to the inside of him. They're side by side. And LaCroix getting back up there as well. And I know LaCroix and Sibley are loving to see these two battle it out for the lead. Cody Sanderson going to fall in line behind Hunter Geyer. Jackson Sibley now looking to make a run. He's going to clear Sanderson. Geyer moves up the track. Jackson Sibley now to the lead. And bonus point locked down for Jackson Sibley. So he will now lead a lap. Looking at our point scoring, Jordan Stencil got 2 bonus points already for taking the pole in this one. He's received 1 bonus point for leading a lap. And Jackson Sibley's received a bonus point for leading the lap. So the deficit for Sibley right now is 10 points that he has to make up if he wants a championship tonight. So that points deficit is definitely within reach. Sibley just has to finish in front of Jordan Stencil. As they continue to battle up front, Cody Sanderson going back to the lead. Sanderson looking to lock up some, or take away those bonus points for leading the most laps. And Samson LaCroix over on the YouTube chat rooting for his brother Seth tonight. Seth currently sitting back there in 4th. So we are approaching the halfway point. And what will be more green flag pit stops. Here comes Omar Rodriguez Jr. in that 92. He had to pit early. He's on a different pit strategy than everyone else, looking to make his way up to the front and get a lap back. And Omar Rodriguez Jr. getting underneath Jackson Sibley. He will get his lap back here. Cody Sanderson going to latch on to the back of Omar Rodriguez Jr. looking to go back to the lead. But look out, Jackson Sibley does have that teammate behind him to help him out. Now that Omar Rodriguez Jr. has cleared the rest of the pack, he's going to move up. And Jackson Sibley able to get that draft going down the backstretch. So far, this has been exciting. We have 3 of our top 4 drivers in the championship standings here in the top 5. Jackson Sibley leading yet another lap. So far, 5 laps led for that 7 car. Cody Sanderson coming down pit road has 18 laps led under his belt. So Sanderson and Wiley coming down pit road early here. Now we saw the early pit kind of work out for Omar Rodriguez Jr. for just a little bit till he had to pit again. But Sanderson and Wiley going to pit early yet again. And now Sibley and Hunter Guy are going to come down pit road as well. Seth LaCroix is going to go back to the lead. Once again, LaCroix has led 15 laps tonight to Sanderson's 18. He does have an opportunity to kind of close that gap for the race for the most laps led. Now Jordan Stencil going to go high as LaCroix brings it down pit road. Stencil back to the lead. Tanner Witt, Alan Martin staying out. And Sean Merriman now running 5th, staying out as well. He's going to try and stretch these fuel runs as long as he possibly can. And that may work out to that 18's advantage when it comes down to the last pit stop. He's going to have to take less fuel to make it to the end. And the way these guys have gotten spread out, I don't know if we're going to see any more cautions. Now Jordan Stencil going to bring it down pit road. Craig Peterson looks like he's going to stay out. Sean Merriman still out there as well. Once again, this pit window seems to be about 25 green flag laps. Sean Merriman stretching out as long as possible. Trying to save some fuel, so he's going to have a shorter pit stop on his last go-round. I think that's his plan, to try and get off a pit road quicker than everyone else. Checking in with that 92 of Omar Rodriguez Jr. as well, currently running 4th. Once again, Omar Rodriguez Jr., last pitted lap 39. So on a different pit cycle than everyone else. Now Sean Merriman going to pull it down pit road, being joined by Craig Peterson. So Omar Rodriguez Jr. set to take over the lead here. And once it cycles through, it appears that Seth LaCroix will be our new leader. Just behind him, that is the 13 of Ethan Straub. He is a lap car. Jackson Sibley about a second behind Seth LaCroix. And looking through some of our other bonus point factors, we do have bonus points for the fastest lap. For the time being, Cody Sanderson has that locked up with a time of 38.32. That is the time to beat for the fastest lap bonus point thus far. Once again, Sanderson not a factor in the championship race. He did not make the final 4. And LaCroix opening up that gap over Jackson Sibley. But Sibley does have help coming in the form of Hunter Geyer, his teammate in that 17 car. Looking back at the pack, Jordan Stencil getting alongside Cody Sanderson. Stencil going to go get by Sanderson for 5th place. And now that our pit stops have cycled through, we're going to step away for another quick commercial break.
At FedUps, we don't care how it gets there, just that it eventually does. We use cutting-edge technology like guesswork, blind rage, and the occasional coin flip. Need help? Our customer service is standing by to put you on hold. Our drivers are trained professionals in rage quitting, road rage, and minor parkour. Have an issue? Hey, we delivered it, didn't we? At FedUp, we're not happy until you're not happy. Special instructions? I ignored it specifically. Signature required? We'll scribble something. Fragile? Let's test that theory. Customer service? Try screaming into the void. FedUp, we hate your package almost as much as you do.
FedUps is not responsible for damaged, late, lost, or completely incinerated.
Welcome to Rebel Racing Network, the premier destination for professional iRacing esports broadcasting. We bring the virtual track to life with high-energy race commentary that captures every pass, every pit stop, every photo finish. Our team of expert broadcasters delivers real-time analysis, strategy breakdowns, and the excitement of wheel-to-wheel racing. And before the green flag drops, we set the stage with our signature pre-race flyovers, showcasing each circuit with stunning cinematic visuals that make you feel like you're there in real life. Whether you're chasing a championship or cheering on your favorite team, Rebel Racing Network covers every story, every series, and every unforgettable moment. From grassroots leagues to top tier championships, we bring passion, precision, and performance to every broadcast. Subscribe now, watch live, feel the rush. This is Rebel Racing Network, where the action never lifts.
All right, and we are back, folks. Seth LaCroix has now caught his teammate Omar Rodriguez Jr., looking to go by him on the outside. Jordan Stencil moving back to third here. He's gotten by that 7 of Jackson Sibley. Sibley, not sure what happened on that pit stop, what adjustments they made to that 7 car, but it is not working for him for the time being. And checking back in with that 18 of Sean Merriman. Seems like we've almost forgot about him tonight, but he is another championship driver. And we've seen him stretching out his pit, or his green flag runs, but he is currently sitting in 8th. When this last pit stop happens, he will have, once again, he will have a shorter time on pit road because he will need less fuel. Do not count this 18 car out from winning this race. Cody Sanderson also getting by Jackson Sibley here as well. So Seth LaCroix out in front now. 2-second lead over his teammate Omar Rodriguez Jr. And Rodriguez Jr. going to have to come down pit road. Jordan Stencil 3 seconds back behind Seth LaCroix now. LaCroix now leading 18 laps. Compared to the 18 laps led by Cody Sanderson, looks like LaCroix may lock down those bonus points. Unless Jordan Stencil can get up to him quickly here. But LaCroix with a very quick pit stop, and it is paid off for that 29 car. We did just check in with him, though. He said after about 10 green flag laps, he absolutely hates the car the way these tires fall off. I'm wondering right now if that is going through the minds of Jackson Sibley and Hunter Geyer as well. Maybe trying to save a little bit of tire late in this run. For later on in this run, trying to make up some time before our last set of pit stops. The last set looks like that pit window is going to open up on lap 75. Most of these drivers can stretch it out to about lap 78. With the exception of Sean Merriman, who I believe can make it to lap 80 based on our fuel calculations here. And Sean Merriman on the move. Last time we checked in with him, he was running 8th, now up to 6th. And a little bit of a different pit strategy than we are used to seeing from that 18 car. Normally he likes to pit early. But this race he is pitting late. But he does have a tall order to fill. He is 12 seconds behind the leader here. Speaking of trying to catch that leader, Jordan Stencil making up some time. Now down to 2.5 seconds between him and Seth LaCroix. Cody Sanderson back here running third for the time being. Still with the fastest lap, 38.32. Looks like we may have had an issue with blinking out of that 7 car as well. Some possibly a connection issue, not what that 7 wants to see. He has got to make up some time if he wants this championship. Now 8 seconds back from the lead, 6 seconds back between him and Jordan Stencil. Jordan Stencil opening up that lead over him. Now only 15 cars left on the lead lap. Checking in with Cameron Crisson in that 81 machine. He is our last car on the lead lap. He made some contact with the outside wall there, not what he wanted to see. That car does appear to be all right. Maybe a little bit of toe damage, though. Seth LaCroix now breathing down the back of his neck. Crisson just going low, staying out of Seth LaCroix's way. And Stencil still 2 seconds behind Seth LaCroix. This pit window fast approaching. About 8 laps till that pit window. So he's got some work to make up that ground on Seth LaCroix. But he will be able to see LaCroix's pit strategy going into this final pit stop. And he may be able to adjust based on that. LaCroix pitted before or stenciled his last time by. And over on Facebook, TCR Esports entering the chat. Good evening, TCR. And we're excited to have you guys back for Season 2. And I've heard that you guys have been growing your league, running the recruitment races. And we're going to see a much larger field and a lot more action. Once again, TCR Xfinity Series will be coming back on February 18th. That is Wednesday night at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you guys tune in for that, and we may have a bonus race coming for you guys for them next Wednesday as well. If you're not already following our Facebook page, go ahead over to Facebook and follow us there to stay updated on that. Nubbin saying Jordan Stencil needs to go first. I think I agree with you there, Nubbin. You saw Seth LaCroix go first this last time that they had to make the green flag pit stops, and he was able to open up that gap on those fresh tires. Even if it was only a lap, but definitely a huge factor. Down to 28 laps to go. Now, if I'm sitting in that 29 car, I've got to be thinking that as well. Lee LaCroix hoping Seth pits with a 2-second lead. That lead is dwindling now down to 1.8 seconds, but LaCroix holding strong even though he does have lap traffic in front of him. But yeah, if I'm LaCroix, though, I am sitting here thinking, do I pit at lap 75? You want to be the first on pit road here. Even with that 1.8 second lead, it is definitely not safe here. The other thing these drivers got to think about as well is there is still that pit road speed limit. We've seen some black flags on pit road cost some people spots in the championship. The 49 of Cody Sanderson being one of them in the round of 12. He got caught speeding on pit road, or maybe an unsafe pit entry, and it cost him a spot in the Elite 8. And pit stops have started here. Jackson Sibley, Hunter Geyer coming down pit road. They think they can stretch it out. LaCroix still staying out. Stencil stays out as well. Now down to 25 laps to go. And we will check in with the team chat for Warhorse Racing.
Laps left.
They may have pitted too
Turbo
soon.
Z. See if he catches me and I can hold him up a little bit.
All right, Chris Jones, Preston Shepard.
We're gonna be
Merriman
calling-
ended up in front of me. We'll see how much time we can gain on him here, how long he stays out.
All right, you heard that Warhorse team talking strategy, trying to make up some time. Seth LaCroix staying out here. Jordan Stencil will continue to close that gap. No, Seth LaCroix is going to go. Jordan Stencil's going to follow. Jordan Stencil closed up that gap on that entrance to pit road. Nubbin saying, if I'm LaCroix, I go now. And I think he might have heard you there, Nubbin. So Sean Merriman going back to the lead. He can stretch this out. Keep an eye on that 18 car. I do believe he's got about 3 to 4 more laps in him on fuel. I think he's got to be thinking about only right side tires here as well, trying to get off pit road as quickly as possible, maybe out in front of these guys. ASTCR, the Clash at the Coliseum next week. Once again, guys, stay tuned for the Third Coast Racing Xfinity Series from the Coliseum next week. We will announce our decision on broadcasting that officially on Sunday. So LaCroix back out on track. Jordan Stencil did not have the pit stop he wanted. He is sitting back there in 8th behind Cody Sanderson. Terrell Wheeler coming down pit road as well. So after pit stop cycle through, it looks like Seth LaCroix will go back to the lead. Sean Merriman still out on track, though. 26 seconds between him and Seth LaCroix. He's going to pull down pit road now. Jonathan Wiley being shown the black flag on pit road. And yes, you did call it, Nubbin. So it does not look like it will be enough for Sean Merriman to stay in front of Seth LaCroix, but maybe some fresher tires will help him out. About 5-lap fresher tires for Merriman. And Stencil has gotten around Cody Sanderson. Merriman coming off of pit road now. Looks like just a gas and go for that 18 car. Here comes Jordan Stencil. I don't know if he's going to get around Merriman. Yes, he will. Merriman not quite up to speed yet. And keep an eye on this. I'm not sure if that was a gas and go or 2 tires for Sean Merriman, but they will be a little bit fresher than Jordan Stencil. Merriman off in 4th, only a second between him and Stencil. You can see that gap. We're going to see if Sean Merriman can catch up here. So Omar Rodriguez Jr. currently sitting in 2nd now. He last pitted on lap 63. So that pit window is coming here for that 92 of Omar Rodriguez Jr. But Jordan Stencil closing in on that 92. And Lee LaCroix saying Merriman probably got 4 tires, and that would not surprise me. And that could be a spoiler here as well. He's shown speed and able to move up on pit road. That gap between him and Stencil is widening, though. But if Stencil catches Omar Rodriguez Jr., and it looks like he will before Rodriguez has to pit, we're going to get side by side. Omar Rodriguez Jr. not going to hold up Jordan Stencil. So Jordan Stencil going to go back to second. With Seth LaCroix with a 9-second gap between him and Jordan Stencil. So we'll keep an eye on Shaw Merriman. I've got to pull out my calculator on these point standings. LaCroix came into this race 24 points behind Jordan Stencil. And if he is able to win as well as lead the most laps, it still would not be enough for him to beat out Jordan Stencil for the championship. But look out, we got Jackson Sibley, Shaw Merriman, Hunter Geyer all itching for a chance to get at Jordan Stencil. Stencil showing some speed, though. I don't think Merriman has the tires to be able to catch Jordan Stencil. Jackson Sibley getting alongside Sean Merriman now. Now down to 14 laps to go. We're going to take one more quick commercial break before the exciting conclusion of this one.
Do you love Orlando's theme parks, but the long lines have you losing the magic? Introducing Ride Waits, the Apple Watch app designed to help you skip the stress and ride more, with real-time wait times and park info right on your wrist. Whether you're exploring Walt Disney World, adventuring through Universal Orlando, or taking it all in at SeaWorld, Ride Waits helps you navigate smarter and get the most out of your visit. No more wandering, no more guessing, just more riding. And it's not just wait times. Ride Waits also offers tips on the best times to ride, general park info, and helpful alerts so you never miss out on your favorite attraction. Whether you're planning ahead or making game day decisions in the park, Ride Waits keeps everything you need at a quick glance away. Ride Waits, your wrist-side guide to the best parks in Orlando. Available now on the Apple Watch store.
Not affiliated with or endorsed by any theme park brand.
All right, and we are back. Checking in with Jackson Sibley and company. He's got a freight train behind him. But still losing ground on Jordan Stencil. Stencil very quick out there all by himself. That draft not helping quite as much. Sibley dropping here. It looks like Stencil sitting in a pretty good spot to take home the championship. LaCroix with that 9-second lead. We're trying to do the math on all the bonus points being handed out here. So Jackson Sibley, though, dropping back there. Hunter Geyer leads the pack here. Him and Alan Martin out there. Still not making up any ground on Jordan Stencil, though. Joshua Edmonds entering the chat rooting for Seth LaCroix. That's his old teammate. LaCroix in charge of this one, down to 10 to go. Looking back at the pack, Jordan Stencil now stuck between Omar Rodriguez Jr. and Ryan Mack. Now 8 laps to go. This could be a factor here. Lap traffic. That is LaCroix's teammate in front of Jordan Stencil. I know Rodriguez Jr. would love to see Seth LaCroix, his teammate, win a championship. And development here, the 88 of Tanner Witt is charging hard here. 6 seconds behind Jordan Stencil. Probably not enough time left in this one for him to get there, but if we were to get a late race caution, that would change everything. And lap traffic definitely becoming a factor here for that 83 car. Jordan Stencil, though, still the fastest one out there. Now down to 6 laps to go. And the Apex fans going crazy in the chat. Seth LaCroix, 7 seconds in front of Jordan Stencil. And once again, guys, I just want to reiterate, all these points call-outs I've been calling in this race for the championship, those are just an estimate. Seth LaCroix, though, has definitely locked up the most laps led in this one. Down to 4 to go. Jordan Stencil still there in lap traffic. And they're getting bunched up. Keep your eyes on this, folks. All it takes is one mistake, and that could change everything for that 83 car. He's there on the inside. And we got 3 wide racing here. Terrell Wheeler going low. Stencil is boxed in. Now down to 2 laps to go. That lap traffic's starting to spread out, though. And our first pack of lead lap cars, Jackson Sibley going back to the lead of that pack. He moves up to 3rd. White flag is out. Seth LaCroix crosses the line. Next flag is going to end the race. Seth LaCroix just has to keep it clean for one more lap, and he will take home the win. Jordan Stencil has to keep it clean, and it looks like he will take home the championship if he can do that. LaCroix going into turn 3. Just 2 more turns between him and yet another win. Checker flag is out. Seth LaCroix going to take home the win here. Jordan Stencil going to come home in 2nd. In trouble back of the pack, Alan Martin in the wall. Jackson Sibley racing with Tanner Witt. Looks like Tanner Witt is going to take home 3rd. Jackson Sibley is going to unfortunately fall to 4th. And the Apex fans are going crazy in the chat.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, it feels good. You know, I didn't have probably the best season that I would like to have had, but yeah, it was good. Was able to get some tires there and run those guys down at the end and get by them. So yeah, it was a good end to the season. Yeah, I don't know what the tire situation was. I don't know if we were on equal tires or not, but yeah, I just had I was up on the outside. I knew that was where the momentum was, and I was just kind of able to fight him off, you know, every corner really. And I just appreciate him keeping it clean. But yeah, it was a good race with him.
All right, and it definitely looked exciting. Obviously you weren't involved in the championship, race there. Only the top four drivers were in the running, but finishing like this, it's got to make you look forward to next season, right?
Yeah, no, for sure. We had some, well, I had some good runs this year, and there were just some races where we ended up getting crashed due to some other people's mistakes, and got caught up in a lot of other people's mess. And so hopefully next season we can iron that out, and maybe I can be up there with those guys racing for a championship.
All right. Well, we'll definitely be on the lookout for that next season. We're going to let you get on out of here. Before you do, anyone you want to thank?
I just want to thank Jonathan and Cody and Terrell for putting on this league. And I know they put a lot of work into it, and so I just want to shout those guys out for the work they do for us to come out here and race every week.
All right. Well, we appreciate it, buddy. Congratulations again, and we'll see you next season.
Thank you. See you.
Thank you. All right. Once again, that was Tanner Witt taking home third tonight, and we are going to move on to our second place finisher, and it is official. He is your season 2 NORA ARCA champion, Jordan Stencil. Jordan, it's Austin up at the booth. You got me?
I got you, Austin.
All right, man. Congratulations on a second place finish, but more importantly, congratulations on the championship, man. Only a 3-point difference between you and Seth LaCroix. How does it feel?
I didn't know it was confirmed yet. I was waiting for confirmation, so I guess you telling me is going to be the confirmation I need. So, pretty unreal, considering I didn't win a race till the round of 12. So, just it's a pretty unreal feeling. I'm kind of speechless.
Well, you definitely turned it on at the right time, and I, feel like you were, not one we were focusing on throughout the season, and you kind of came out of the back of the pack like a dark horse to take home the championship. Take us through, take us through what was going through your mind through this race. Knowing you're racing for a championship and had the lead coming into this one.
Coming into it, just wanted to make sure you were up front and as having a shot at least getting the win, or at least a top 3 to have a good shot at clinching it. It was going to be a close race, I think, between me and Seth until I blew my last pit stop. So I thought I threw it away there, but thankfully I quickly pivoted and took 2 instead of 4, and I think that's what probably saved my race there at the end. So pretty crazy how it went out, especially with having those long green flag runs and different pit strategies. So it was interesting how it worked out, and I'm happy with P2 and really happy to be the champion.
All right, man. Well, congratulations again. Anyone you want to thank before we let you get on out of here?
Shout out to my mom and dad. I know they're watching. Shout out to my wife for letting me come down here and do this every Monday night. Shout out for you doing a fantastic job of the broadcast. Shout out to the admins for putting this whole shindig on, and looking forward to the next season.
All right. Well, we appreciate it, buddy, and we're looking forward to it too. Have a good night, man. We'll see you next season.
Thanks, Austin. Appreciate it.
Thank you. All right. Once again, that was Jordan Stencil taking home the second place and the championship tonight. We're going to move on to our race winner, though, Seth LaCroix. Seth, that's Austin up in the booth. You got me?
I getcha.
All right, man. Congratulations on taking home yet another win here in the ARCA Series. Got to be a little bit bittersweet, coming up 3 points shy of the championship here. But how does it feel to end the season on a win?
Feels good. Feels good. Yeah, like you said, it was bittersweet. Also, to beat the shit out of a dead horse if I didn't get wrecked from Cody in that race, those 5 points sure would have come in handy right now. So it is what it is. Stencil ran a good playoffs. I guess ARCA does it different than the Cup, but last year it was you make it to the Final Four and it's the best finisher wins the championship. So I guess they don't do it like that here, but all good. Congrats to Stencil. Glad I finally got a win. So it is what it is.
Yep. So we can understand the frustration. But you will be back at the Cup Series racing for a championship there as well next Sunday night. We're going to, I believe it's Kansas. Got to check my notes here. But
Yes, it is Kansas.
yes, looking forward to that one. You got any tricks up your sleeve for that race?
Not looking forward to that one as much as I was this one. I really wanted this one. Next week, I do love Kansas. Street's got a pretty sizable lead on if we are switching over to doing it by points. It's gonna be pretty hard to beat him there. So, but I imagine be me, him, and Delgado and Blevins up there in the front all race. So, just do my best like I did tonight. Couldn't have done anything more tonight. So, just unfortunate. Last week or last ARCA race, I finished third instead of second or whatever it was. That would have made all the difference, but all good.
All right. Well, we're going to let you get on out of here. Anyone you want to thank, and just so you know, you got a lot of fans in the chat tonight.
Yeah, I'd like to thank everyone for their support. Glad I could put belt to ass for this race, but fortunately wasn't enough. But thanks for everyone for watching and came up just short. So I got a first in the Cup Series last season and second in this one. So maybe I can get another first next week. So, and my NORA career out strong. So, and I appreciate you for calling the races. You do a very good job and it's very entertaining for the fans to watch and follow. And I also want to thank my teammates, man. It's so unfortunate tonight that they got wrecked lap one. Whatever that was, because they were super fast. They were just as fast as me, and we put in a lot of practice. And I fully expected us to be finishing 1, 2, 3, and it was not in the cards. So it's all good. But thanks Apex Racing all season, both leagues too, is made some real good friends, people I didn't know beforehand, and look to continue our relationship in racing for a long time to come. And once again, thanks to you, Austin. I mean, it's good, something to look forward to every week, not just for me, but for my parents and stuff. So I thank you very much.
All right. Well, we appreciate it, buddy. Congratulations on a win again tonight. Good luck next Sunday at Kansas. Have a good one.
You too.
Thank you. All right. Once again, that was Seth LaCroix taking home the win here tonight, but just not quite enough to take home the championship. 3 points shy. A little bit of heartbreak in that 29 camp tonight. But we are going to move on to our official race results. Once again, taking home the win was Seth LaCroix. Jordan Stencil finishes second. Tanner Witt in third. Jackson Sibley will finish fourth. Hunter Geyer finishes fifth. Preston Shepard comes home in sixth. Sean Merriman in seventh. Alan Martin will finish eighth. Cody Sanderson in ninth. Stephen Linger will finish 10th. Craig Peterson in 11th. Omar Rodriguez Jr. comes home 12th. Landon Price finishes 13th. Terrell Wheeler will finish 14th. Travis Neiman finishes 15th. In 16th was Ethan Straub. Chris Jones comes home in 17th. Connor Price will finish 18th. In 19th was Jonathan Wiley. Ryan Mack finishes 20th. Cameron Cresson in 21st. Alex Finney will round out your field in 22nd tonight. And once again, guys, I would like to thank everyone for tuning in this season. We appreciate you guys tuning in, keeping the chat live, and don't worry, we are bringing you guys more racing once NORA enters the offseason with the Third Coast Xfinity Series. Once again, they kick their season off February 18th at Daytona Superspeedway. But we've got a little bonus broadcast for you looks like it is in the works for their clash at the Coliseum. That is next Wednesday at 9. But before that, make sure you guys tune in Sunday night at 7:30 for the season finale of the NORA Cup Series. And if you have not done so already, please hit that like, follow, subscribe button wherever you're watching. Make sure you like our Facebook page, follow our Facebook page so you can stay updated on all things Rebel Racing Network. And we will see you guys back here next Sunday night.